My name is Rod Lynch. I'm the director of the Southern Region here in Dallas, Texas. The elevator business in Dallas has been in a situation where the developers and contractors just have not been able to trust their competition. They're not real happy with the product. They're not real happy with the performance. They're not happy with the follow-up. Probably the two key things that developers, contractors really are looking at today. They got to get good elevators and they got to get good HVAC.
My name is Jose Hernandez. I am the regional sales manager on the commercial side for North Texas and Oklahoma. I've been with Mitsubishi Electric Heating and Cooling about going on 4 years in August. It's been a good run. I think we've seen the market change considerably here in North Texas. Adding the Dallas Training Center has definitely sort of boosted our presence here. Before, I think everything was, hey, you guys got to go down to Houston and do some training, and we'd like to see some equipment if anybody asks, and be like, well, we got to get you to Houston, or we got to get you to Atlanta, or we got to schedule a site visit or something like that. There was never really like a home base to really call home. Definitely having a training center really makes it a hub.
The initial reaction that I had sharing space with HVAC was actually good because, as I mentioned before, the two key elements for building developers and contractors are HVAC and elevators and escalators. So having both of those divisions together, we were able to share a lot of good information back and forth. There's a lot of developers that we've talked to. When we bring up HVAC, we ask them, do you know about VRF? And they say no. And so we go a little bit into the spiel about that, and then we actually take a little step further where we invite them back to the office, and we've been able to do some co-selling with the HVAC guys with a presentation that we do both on the elevator side and the HVAC side, and it gives them an opportunity to kind of see a little bit both sides at the same time.
It took a little bit of time, but I think the more you open up and the more that you are in contact with each other, I think the easier it becomes. We're involved in some of the same professional conferences and some of the same customers that we're pursuing, so it sort of makes it a little easier to just get it out there and be like, hey, I ran into this project. I bring it to Rod and I say, hey, this is the developer that is involved. And he says, well, they're low cost and they want the lowest equipment cost that they can get. And for us, I think that saves us a lot of valuable time in pursuing something that might not yield anything. It's sort of taking and tailoring our approach to more of a rifle approach as opposed to a shotgun approach that we would normally have.
If they can see a one-stop shopping type deal, particularly with HVAC and elevators, it makes their job a lot easier, I think. They know the reputation of the company. They know it's about quality and reliability. It just makes it that much easier, really, for a developer to try to bundle those kind of things together, especially important packages like you and I.
Yeah, I think there's a certain synergy within that high-level owner-developer, and then even into the GC level of just educating them about what the product offering is with VRF, as well as some of the other auxiliary benefits that they would get if they were able to pick both VRF and elevator escalator for their projects, and some of the extended warranties and things like that we've been able to position and see if that helps us win those projects. But mostly it's just continuing that education at that high level, and then being able to filter it down to some of those decision makers that they hire out to develop their projects.
Education is the key thing, I think, and it's very true. Billingsley is a great example. Those guys came here, they didn't know really anything about the elevator division, from what I kind of remember, right? I think they knew about you guys. I think they had a good relationship with you already. And I think there was kind of like an eye-opening type thing, knowing from past projects that they've done where they've had issues with elevators and probably HVAC stuff that they just could not want to have to deal with again. So when they were able to come to us, sit down and start hearing how we really are different than the other guys, then they start realizing not only that, but the quality of the company and the quality of the products, and to be able to bundle that together, again, is such a big deal for a developer to take that off his plate as a problem or an issue that he's had in the past. Now he doesn't have to worry about it. It doesn't seem like we really work for two separate companies. We just happen to have just the different divisions like we all know.
Yeah, it's definitely been different from anything I've ever experienced with any other company, right? Usually you're sister companies, but you don't really interact. The good thing is that we are pursuing some of the same customers. We're part of a group called North Texas Built. Some of the same customers, again, that we're pursuing line up with what Elevator Escalator is doing. So I reached out to them and said, hey, would you like to be a part of this group? And our products are so compatible, right, with regards to what owners are looking for.
Exactly. I think we've seen some of the things, but I think there's a lot more unknown residual things that we're not even aware of that's still out there. You know, as we continue to grow and share those customers, they're not going to be an elevator, escalator customer, they're going to be a Mitsubishi customer. Whereas we're basically, you know, bringing back that bundling opportunity for that customer to use basically Mitsubishi products. So, and ultimately that's where we went.